So right now, Mercedes, right, many of their electric cars are built on internal combustion engine platforms. You look in them, they have a transmission tunnel, no transmission, right? They have an engine bay, and yeah, there's kind of a few electric car parts just put in there. This is what Mercedes is doing now, but they're planning on doing a full 180, right? In the future, apparently, they're going to actually build their internal combustion engine cars on top of electric vehicle platforms. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. And, sometimes you've just got to laugh, right? I don't know whether to believe this. Is this a joke? It's not April Fool's. Not the 1st of April. No. That's 27 days ago. 28 days ago. Anyway, Motor1.com says that platform sharing often requires compromises. Does it really? You really have to build an internal combustion engine vehicle on top of an electric vehicle platform? I don't know. I'd say just do what BYD are doing. Don't make internal combustion engine vehicles. Or if you must, make it a plug-in hybrid. But anyway, Motor1.com says that that's doubly true of EVs built out of cars that were originally designed for internal combustion powertrains. Now, Mercedes isn't the only company doing this. Honda does this. BMW does this. Many other legacy automakers do this right now. Not just last year, but even today. Older vehicles like the Hyundai Ioniq Electric, the Fiat 500e, and the Honda Clarity EV feature ranges of less than 100 miles, which was barely enough for EV enthusiasts, much less typical shoppers and their attendant range anxiety. And part of that comes from the platforms they're built on. That's why I was surprised when Krzysztof Starzyński, Mercedes Benz Vice President of Development for Electric Drive, told Motor1.com in an interview that the next generation A-Class and B-Class compact cars would offer both internal combustion and electric propulsion. Clearly, Mercedes is still not wanting to go all in on electric cars. They're still dipping their toe in the water, sitting on, kind of trying to straddle the fence, right? However, they say their concession apparently will be the onus of the traditional engines rather than the EV powertrain. So basically, their internal combustion engine side of the business is going to just have to figure out how to use these platforms. Sort of like, just make it work. In an about face from the likes of the BMW i4, the Kia Niro EV, and even Mercedes-Benz's own EQB, which by the way I think sucks, the A-Class so-called MMA platform will be designed for electric vehicles, then adapted to accept gas and diesel powertrains for markets that demand them. Now, personally, I haven't heard of any markets currently demanding those vehicles as diesel or gas powertrains. Have you? I mean, is there any article saying we demand those cars? I don't think so. But anyway, the point is, this is so-called Mercedes Benz. This is meant to be a luxury automaker. There are people still all over the internet on videos on this channel saying, Tesla's not luxury. They're not luxury. Mercedes-Benz, they're luxury. Look at the incredible, luxurious Mercedes. You can't take these people serious. You just can't. Look at the incredible, luxurious Mercedes EQB. It's amazing. It's got a transmission tunnel, and there's nothing in there. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, they build a car based on an internal combustion engine vehicle. They turn it into this incredible luxury car. Do you hear any journalists saying that? You know what? They're not, because it's not a luxury car. So, you know what? Being called a Mercedes no longer means luxury. It doesn't. They sell cars for $20,000. They sell budget cars. People still have it in their heads. Not a lot of people in China, by the way. People in China are they're working things out. But a lot of other people here in Australia, in particular, they still think if it's got a Mercedes-Benz badge on the front of it, it must be luxurious. And they're the same people saying Tesla vehicles, which are built from the ground up, get over-the-air updates constantly. If they have a recall, how does it happen? 99% of the time, over-the-air software update, right? To me, sounds pretty luxurious in comparison to a vehicle built on a platform it's not intended for. Here's what they said. The platform will be electric first, but not EV exclusive. And the compromise will rest on the ICE side, not the EV side. Compact modular MMA platform will debut in 2024, likely residing under the next generation Mercedes Benz A-Class before spreading to the CLA fastback sedan, GLA and GLB compact SUVs, and B-Class compact MPV. In EV form, the MMA cars will learn lots of lessons from the EQS concept car, including its air-cooled batteries' unique anode chemistry that improves power density. Active aerodynamics might also make the jump from the slippery concept to compact car reality. Now, I personally think Mercedes has a massive fight on its hands. Why? Because do you hear Neo and Xpeng saying they're going to build their cars on platforms that'll work for internal combustion engines and electric? No, they don't. They're not making compromises in order to make that happen. You know what happens when you make those kind of compromises? Compromises mean you have to compromise in some way. This is not going to be ideal for either scenario. That's the reality of it. You know why? Because no one is doing this. Mercedes is the only company in the world saying this is a good idea. No one else is saying this is a good idea except Mercedes. So what are these cars going to look like? Well, specifications of these A and B class cars remain a mystery, as probably Mercedes Benz doesn't even know what they're going to be at this point in time. But one reason they'll even exist at all is to help Mercedes Benz maintain a reasonable cost of entry for its less expensive vehicles. Its EVs will unavoidably be more expensive than their gasoline-powered equivalents for many years, say Mercedes. And I'm not making this up. Direct quote. "We will not achieve cost parity in the near future," said Mercedes-Benz Chief Technology Officer Markus Schäfer in an interview with Motor1.com and other members of the press. "We have to face higher costs on an EV drivetrain for the next few years, and we have to look for compensation in the vehicle. Of course, we try to be as close as possible with compact cars to reduce the cost to compensate for the higher cost within the EV technology." So, here is yet another legacy auto manufacturer saying, yeah, EVs are pretty hard. We can't compete with Xpeng. We know Xpeng can sell EVs at cost parity, right, with internal combustion engine vehicles. When I say Xpeng, I'm bringing their name up because they make cars that have similar luxury levels as Mercedes-Benz. If you want to compare price for price, Xpeng's better than Mercedes-Benz right now. What about Neo? I mean, Neo makes similar cars, similar price brackets to Mercedes-Benz. In China, there is probably like at least 10 different car brands that make luxury cars in China that are comparably priced to Mercedes-Benz internal combustion engine vehicles in China. How are they doing it if Mercedes can't do it? Well, Mercedes, very soon, as you would know if you watch this YouTube channel, there will be lots of competition coming to try and eat up your sales. And seeing as you're not making very many electric cars right now, well, good chance you've got to start losing market share to some of these incumbents. Now, it's not only me that's saying this. The other person saying this has a lot more credit, kudos, gravitas than I do. Herbert Diess. He's the CEO of Volkswagen. And he said they're coming for Volkswagen and Audi. So that means, Mercedes, they're also coming for you. So what's Mercedes doing? They're trying to reduce costs, obviously by sharing platforms. One area in which Mercedes is pursuing cost reduction is in software development and battery production. The company's next generation infotainment system, called MB-OS, is an in-house affair, with Mercedes software experts testing the interface at the new electric software hub in Sindelfingen, Germany, employing 750 and counting UX designers, engineers, and programmers. The electric software hub also handles the research and production of Mercedes batteries and EV propulsion systems. Well, we all know how that's gone for Volkswagen, don't we? If you don't, I'll update you. It's been disastrous. Volkswagen brought software development in-house, and it's been a nightmare for the company. They haven't said as such. They're starting to get things worked out a bit better now, but it's still a very big, long uphill battle. And I can't see why it won't also be for Mercedes. Although Mercedes works with suppliers like Nvidia and Bosch on the development of its infotainment and its EV systems, Yep, it uses Bosch infotainment systems right now. Keeping most of the design and production in-house will save money, okay, and give Mercedes Benz control over the final result. We want to be able to determine the future and products, Schaefer said. We want to be able to generate products quickly and with a high maturity level right away. MB.OS will debut with the electrified MMA platform on those aforementioned compact cars within the next 2 years. Internal combustion engines likely will follow soon thereafter, perhaps in time for the 2025 model year. So clearly, Mercedes-Benz are currently developing internal combustion engine vehicles on a new platform, right, which will come out in 2025. So they're working on internal combustion engine vehicles now. They're investing money into those now. And they've also conceded that Tesla's strategy of what? Doing the software yourself was the right strategy. Yeah. So when they mocked Tesla for the way they were doing business, well, funny that they copied them only a couple of years later. Now, I personally wouldn't be investing in Mercedes-Benz anytime soon based on this information. It seems to me as though they are becoming a little bit desperate. This plan to me sounds like they're biting off more than they can chew. Trying to use one platform for both types of combustion. I'm going to assume they're going to use plug-in hybrid on the same platform as well. They're not going to build a plug-in hybrid platform just for itself. So we're going to be talking about plug-in hybrids, diesel and gasoline-powered cars and electric-powered cars on the same platform with, what are they going to do? Build their own brand new software. They've never done this before, but apparently they're going to do it over the next few years and it's going to save them money. We'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.